Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Indian.net, where we are going to discuss AWS services. Till now, we have discussed a lot of different AWS machine learning services like Poly, Text, uh, Poly services, and other services which we have discussed. And now we are going to discuss about AWS Textract. So, what is AWS Textract? Let's start this session, and without wasting the time, let me show you the agenda. So, the agenda is what is AWS Textract service. What are the different use cases? Then what would be the pricing, and in the last we are going to show the demo in c#.net. Okay, now, so what is AWS Textract? So by the name you're already aware what is Textract means. It is extracting the text from the document or image. It's like more like OCR kind of thing, but it is more advanced uh, than OCR. Okay, so the first thing which we want to emphasize, like, it is like a scalable document analysis services. Okay, which basically extract the text, and that text might be in the PDF, might be in image, or might be in any document. Okay, similarly, like, we can extract the data from, like, in the from the for forms and tables and many more. Okay, so if you want to process like any, like a financial report, medical record, text forms, so in that, from that document also we can capture that text. Okay, and the other thing is, like, as I mentioned, it is a machine learning services provided by AWS. So it does not mean that you have to learn the machine learning. All the core complex work is already done by AWS. So you just need to use this service either by API, SDK, whatever you are comfortable with it. So you can use like we are using the .NET core in our example. So we have used AWS SDK. So in our previous demo also, you have seen the code is very simple. So we will follow the same thing at the end. I will show in the in demo. So in nutshell, like, we you just need to call the SDK and pass your parameter, and you are good to go. All the uh, typical programming and logic is already done by AWS, and they tested these models on various documents. So the surety of the text extraction is higher. Okay, and the other thing which I would like to share, it is supporting like the synchronous and asynchronous call, both the call it support. Earlier, like, the document is supporting only the means this text extract API, or service is only supporting uh, English document, but now it is supporting English, Spanish, Italian, French, Portuguese, and Germany. Okay, so what are the different use cases? So uh, if you think about, like, you are so basically we are talking about three major industry, like financials, healthcare, life science, and public sector. So firstly, let's understand where it is used in financial services. So basically, whenever you want, like, the accurate or extra critical business data, for example, if someone filled the mortgage application. Okay, and so in such cases you can just retrieve uh, those form data, scan form data, through your text extract. Okay, so similar way, if there is an invoice, so you can read the invoice and then process the data. Financial forms, lot of like mortgage loan or forms are written, like filled by the end user, and then we got the scan copy. The scan copy is like passed to this AWS extract service, and it will revert with our uh, valuable data, whatever is written in that. So it is like reading also the handwriting data. So this is one of the thing which I forgot to mention in the introduction. Like apart from like the filled form, but or images, it is capturing the data from the handwritten signature and other stuff as well. Okay, so this is all about the financial service. So basically, whenever like we need to process loan or mortgage application or home loan application, so, which is written in the form object and uploaded to either by PDF or image. So those can be parsed using this text extract, and we can get the data and we can then process it further. Okay, the next thing is like healthcare and life science. So what it means, like basically if you see a lot of time in these sectors, a lot of exchange of PDF or might be handwritten forms, document is passed from doctor to insurer or insurance or patient. So there are a lot of exchange, but uh, if you want like if the insurance company wants to like process a document, they need to find like feed the data manually. Instead of that, what they can do, they can just scan the document or might be PDF, it to the S3 storage, or might be directly to the this Amazon extract, and it will provide you the detailing of patient data, then insurance detailings. So the claim process would be smooth, and means it would be more earlier. Like if you do those things manually, it would be time consuming, but now everything is like you just provide the document, it will extract, and you just feed into your database system, and that database system might give you result instantly, like this much is the claim can be approved for that particular patient. So it is like one of the best use case I can see, because uh, in generally this healthcare or insurance process, it would take to some time. But if we have this kind of system where we just process the data within a minute, within a seconds, then your result or the end goal, like how much claims can be processed, that can be written, that can be provided immediately. Now the next is like a public sector. So many times like people feel like for example any government related application for either it is loan application, might be job card, or might be taxes forms. So those can also be processed, and then that manual effort by the end user would be reduced. Okay, so a lot of talks around the text extract. Let's now see how we can use. So similarly, like when I every time when I see when I say share this kind of sessions, I just say just search like the AWS and then the service name. So you will get this intelligence, this link, first link. Okay, just click on that and you will find like this is the text extract. So what it is written, like the extract the text and the structure data as a table from document using the artificial intelligence. So this is what we have discussed. And to proceed further, you might require not might you required actually AWS account. So you need to log in into this. Okay, and then search similar way we suggested AWS extract. Okay, just click on this button, and you will find this page. And as a demo you can see there are different samples, and the demos you can do here. For example, analyzing a document. So if you see over here, this is like a pay stub, and uh, from this pay stub everything is like extract from this text service and shown over here. So you can see it's a raw text, and if you see here, it can give you the formed option as well. Then in the table, it can provide you like this, and then using the queries, you can do like this, and then you can see the signature also. So basically what we already discussed about, higher the confidence score is the higher the accuracy. So whatever, like if you see here, this is the signature part it find. Okay, and similar way, if you see uh, from the form data, so whatever the company name is here, it is written here, then file name. Then another important thing is like whenever you do like this kind of parsing, you might need to provide a pre-template. Okay, for example, if you want to parse an Excel, so definitely in the Excel also you need to provide the columns, and then their value, like, so uh, that kind of like pre-template is not required here. You just pass the document and you are good to go. So i I believe in the last sample we already seen, I shown one demo regarding Chipotle bill. So similar way, this is the one of the bill you can see, and it can, all the data can be extracted over here, like what is the data. And if you want, like you can see select this, choose any document. So let me see if I have any document right now handy. So I believe, let me open, let me open. Yeah, so just give me one moment, let me bring that document over here. So, so this is our last demos document, which is like Chipotle bill. Okay, so it is extracting everything, like whatever the data is here, and it is extracting everything over here. So it is similarly like a same service kind of thing, where we are like extracting data from the image. So now, so far so good, we have seen like how what is the text extract. We have seen the sample, like it is passing the data and showing into our required field format. Okay, now what the next step? So the next step, obviously, will jump into our PPT and see what is our next thing. So the next thing is pricing, obviously. So whenever you are going to use this text extract service or any machine learning services from any cloud service provider, obviously there are some charges. Okay, but as I mentioned in my every session, as a learner you do not need to pay. You can use free account. Okay, so let me do one thing, let me click on the pricing over here. So if you see the pricing, the first thing is like you can see the free tier. So if you are the new, you have not created any account till now for any cloud service, whether it's Amazon or AWS, sorry, Microsoft or Google Cloud, mostly all the cloud services providing you 1 year free. Okay, or either certain dollars free. So similar way, this free tier is also available with Amazon text service. So do one thing, if you're not created so far any uh, cloud account for this Amazon, I recommend just use with free tier. And if you like that you can use this service in your main project, you just do some hands-on, and if it's fit in your project requirement, try to use it. So basically what is the pricing? So the pricing, like For the free tier, if we talk about, mostly like 1000 pages per month from the detect document text, and then the analysis document API is 1000 pages per month with signature only, which we have seen like the form document where we have captured like the signature separately. So detect document text API is just like you're doing the OCR kind of thing. Okay, you are reading the character, that's it. Then on analyzing document is like more like form key value pair kind of document. And then analyze expenses API. So expenses API is more like related to invoicing or bills, where you can do more things over this on the document. For example, see here, so detect document text API is like first million page in a month is $1.50, and over 1 million page in a month is 0.60. Similar way, analyzing analyze document API will treat it in a way like the query and the table plus query, form plus query. So it's like the mixed mode kind of thing, and it is giving the pricing accordingly, like $1015. So in a nutshell, like as you like increasing your consumption, okay, the price is reducing over here. Like if you see over here, analyze expense API for per thousand pages, it is showing the $10. But if you increase it like over a million page in a month, then it would come around $8. So first $1 million it would be charged $10, but after that it would charge $8. Okay, now, so far what we did, we understood what is text extract. Okay, how to use it, we have see a glimpse of a demo which is already provided by Amazon Text Extract. What are the pricing options and what are the use cases? And there are tons of use cases. Okay, but we have gone through three major factor like financial, then uh, in our medical, and then public services. Now what the next step? Obviously, let's jump into the next step, and our next step is the demo. So for the time limitation, I already created the demo, but I will explain each line item, line by line code, how to use it. And if you attended like my previous sessions related to AWS services, the programming structure is similar. So every time you need to create a credentials. Okay, once your credential is ready, you need to create the client. Once your client is ready, you need to create a request, and once your request is ready, you will get the response, and then you can do the massaging of the data and what the structure, how you want to show it. But in the nutshell, you need security tokens. Okay, secret key access token, then create the basic authentication for the client, AWS client. Once the client access is done, then you need to create a request with the request is sent to text extract, and then we are going to see the response. Okay, so let's jump into the demo directly. Let me bring my code over here, and I hope the code is visible. So the code which is written, obviously it is written in .NET. Okay, C sharp, and it is a console app. The first step which you need to do, every time I'm suggesting, you need to search AWS SDK dot. Okay, we are talking about text extract. So just type text extract and you will find this guy over here. Okay, so as I mentioned, I already added it because for the demo. So but Once you install it, by default text extract and AWS SDK is added in your project. Okay, so now what you need to do. So I created a small code over here which is called AWS text extract call. Excuse me. Okay, so as I mentioned, firstly, what what this code is doing, let me tell you, and then I will explain everything. So we have the like Chipotle invoice bill. You can take any different invoice bill as an image. We are reading that file and passing that file to our request. Okay, and once we pass the request, we are getting the response after passing that image data, means getting extracting the text. It is we are capturing the data and showing on the console. Okay, the first thing which I mention always, like you need to create access key and secret key. And if you are not aware how to create it, you are not aware from my previous video, not to worry, you need to sign it. Okay, in the console, and there are various ways as well to accessing uh, this text services. So this is one of the thing. Go to uh, IAM, click on this IAM icon, which is identity access management. Go to users, create a user over here. So I already created a user called Indian.net. Okay, and here you need to provide specific permission. So you might be thinking how to add the permission. So there is a add permission button. You can create add permission. So as we are using text extract, so that's why the text extract permission policy is given here. You can manage, like I for the demo purpose I have given like the entire control. But if you want, you can specify the read only, or though those are the different things you can do. So now the next thing what you need to do, once this is done, you need to create the secret key. And how to create the secret key, just go into security credentials. In this security credential there is a access key tab. Create access key. Once you click on the create access key, you will get the key and the relevant s- access key and secret key. Okay, so far so good. So we can get both the things, as I already created couple of minutes ago due to for the demo. So I do not need to create it, but for reference point, this is how we can do. Okay, and do not need to worry, I am showing here, but after the demo I need to delete it. So don't share your secret key, access key and secret keys in the public. And there are different way to like hide it, and because I want to make the demo is more like for a learning purpose, that's why I'm showing it. Okay, then obviously there you need to provide the region. So region, like you already aware, like there are different regions are available uh, here, like US East, East Ohio, Asia Pacific, Europe. So those are the different regions available. So right now we are using uh, East US. Okay, US East one. So in the code, if you see, this is the East US. Now what we are doing, we are creating an object for basic AWS credential, in which we are passing the access key and secret key. Okay, once this credential is created, we are passing that credential to our Amazon text extract client. So if you see our previous demo, for each services, for example, if we talk about Poly, so there would be Amazon Poly client, there would be Amazon Translate client, there would be Amazon um, text extract client. So the structure is same. Okay, if you learn the code, how to do coding for one API, Mostly similar code is used in other API as well. So this is more like a standard template. So here what we are doing, we are passing this credential and the region. So this two is passed into the client, and we are creating now the request. So what we are doing, we are using the detect document. So we already seen there are basically two APIs. So we are using the detect document text. So in this detect document, what we are doing, in the document we are passing the memory stream. So the other way around is like you can pass use the S3 storage, Amazon storage, and pass the storage bucket over here. But for the demo purpose, what we are doing, and it is more realistic, you are going to read an invoice and pass it to service, and then service will return the extraction part, and you will show or feed into your other database. So that's how you will do. And meanwhile, sorry, and just one question from Aniruddha Acharya. Can it work with handwriting related scan? Yes, Aniruddha, it would work with the handwriting only, handwriting also. So the thing is, mostly in the previous slide, as I mentioned, it is restricted for few languages. Okay, so I'm not sure it will support all the different languages, but if the handwriting is in English or Spanish or Portuguese or Italian, definitely it is going to extract the data. I hope answered your questions. Now, so again, coming back, so text extract, once you provide the text extract client, then, and in the request you can pass the document which you need to extract. Okay, so here we are passing the memory stream. Okay, so apart from this, you can use the S3 bucket. Once your request is created, now you need to pass that request to a method called detect document text as async, which is going to revert, return you the response. Okay, so the response, what would be the response once you pass this memory stream? This method will extract your text from your image. Okay, so for example, we saw that couple of demo. So for example, in the image is something written, or you handwritten thing is there, you pass that image to this service. So the service will return what you have written as a text. Okay, so those are like kind of blocks. Okay, those are kind of blocks. So, and those blocks object we will get, and here what we are doing, we are showing those block object. So let me show you what we are passing and what would be the end result. So we are passing this particular image. Okay, again, we already seen that demo a few minutes ago. So we directly pass into Amazon provided demo. Now we are calling same service in C sharp. Okay, so let me run it so you will understand it more. So so here we are passing this Chipotle JPG, and then it is converting into byte. Okay, and then we are passing the access key, secret key, creating the region, and passing to the credential object, and then we are creating the client. Once the client is created, we are creating the request. In the request, what we are doing, we are passing the document byte which we need to parse. Okay, for which we need text extract. Once that is request is created, we are calling the detect document text async method, which is extracting the text from that document. Okay. Now, once the response is coming, so we got the this response where we are getting like the 98 blocks. So let me run it directly, so it your time will not waste. And on the console, if you see over here, you get, let me open the image side by side. So if you see over here what it is showing, it is showing the text u plus chipotle, then text burrito full combination, and then address, and then timings and everything whatever is written in this image. You can see takeout total, chicken ball, chicken burrito, everything is written. Okay, so it extracted everything from an image which is given here. Okay, and the code is very simple. Okay, so the code which we saw is basically few lines code. You do not need to write any machine learning algorithm. So uh, as I like people says, don't reinvent the wheel. So this is kind of thing, you do not need to reinvent everything from the scratch. You just need to use this service for your ease. Okay, so the last thing which I would want to ask, do you have any queries or questions regarding this demo, so far whatever I explained? Because this is the end of the demo. Any query questions? If you have anything, you can post in the comment, and then I try to answer that. Okay, so I believe there is no questions or query. So I would say a big thank you to all of you guys who attended, and hopefully on next Friday I will start a new series. So till now we have completed AWS machine learning most popular services series, in which we have done with various services, and we discuss about Amazon Poly, Amazon Recognition, Amazon Transcribe, Amazon Translate, Amazon Text Extract today. And might be in the near future we will start with uh, similar services in Azure. Okay, or the next thing which we are going to discuss about database part, where we discuss about RDS, glue. Okay, those kind of things we are going to start. So till now, uh, the most popular machine learning services is over, and hopefully I will share the calendar again on our channel, and also on our WhatsApp group. So just follow that thing, and if you like this demo and efforts, please do like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Ending the session. Thank you guys.